correct for you?
It's correct for me.
It's correct for you. Okay, because it's reversed for me, so I'm just checking. All right, so basically this is all I did is a big thick binder because I know you said you mostly just have credit card, but we had like student loans, everything. So basically how I categorized it is I had here, let me push this down a little bit. Don't mind my messy room right now. Okay, so I had like mortgage or rental payments, water bills, which I know a lot of everything is like electronic and paperless now, but this was back when they sent you everything. Water, sewer, insurance, trash, propane. And then I separated like my husband's student loans, then my student loans. All medical had its own section. And then I wish I did this, but I should have had ones that were still pending or ones that were paid off. But that's what I would recommend. Any 401k benefits or investments or anything like that for the year. Any extra document stuff for the dogs. And then basically that's it. Was it real estate taxes, anything else, and then cars. So we still had my husband's truck at that time. So basically, you're just organizing the binder to get everything in there. So then even if you just write on a piece of paper that you paid off a certain credit card, or remember how I said to email them and pay it off and close it to get that confirmation that it's closed, I would print that out eventually and then write and put it in here with the date, the person's name. So then like you have that. So something ever came back down the road, which fortunately it didn't happen to me, but I have heard of that where not really with credit cards, but mostly like medical bills, like they didn't something and they went back and was like, oh, you owe this much money. And really that's it. So I have a lot of them. So here I have my whole thing. Oh, that was 2016. Oh, this is the biggest one. This is 2014 and 2015 because this is when we started paying off our debt. And I had like this pretty thing in the front by the end by the next year. It was like fixed monthly bills and stuff. Like by the next year, I didn't really do that. But this one is like stacked because like this is the one where we had all the credit card accounts and just like so many paper bills, like car stuff and like it's just amazing how much stuff they send you, but just to keep track of it. And really that's it. Like you can make it fancier, you can make like these little things, but just organize it in a little bit so then you can put certain documents. Like I've even put in there in one of my binders like my transcripts. So I knew I printed out my transcripts for my college, anything that happened when we purchased our house and stuff, just organizing it to keep it in one spot so it's not all disorganized all over the place. And really that's it for creating a brighter. So it's optional, but I do recommend it to keep things all in place in one spot so then you could just literally open up this is all that happened in this one year. This one was combined, I think, because we started halfway to 2014, 2015. But basically it's like you could pull out that 1 year of that binder and know exactly what you did that year or things like that and just keep things organized. You probably don't need this big of one. This is like the ginormous, like
that's an 8-inch binder.
Yeah, it's massive, but like, look at this one. I kept my kid. This is my second son. That's his invitation for his birthday party. Like I kept some of those like sentimental things, like because otherwise I'll just throw them out. It's like randomly I'll look through these when I'm looking through things, and I'm like, oh, I kept that. Because usually I'm not. Usually I throw things away for everything. Yep. So that's it. And you know what I did? I totally realized that I put the same video link for recording day 3 and day 2. So the recording for day 3 was not on the email. It was not on the email. So I gotta fix that tonight. But silly me, life just did it wrong. Awesome. But yeah, how's it the last few days been going? Everything good?
Yeah, everything. I've got everything lined up in the EveryDollar app. I was able to pull and look at all my credit card bills. I have them in order for the snowball effect.
Nice. That's awesome.
I know you said, have like a set amount in savings and just leave that there. Don't put anything in there. So I canceled. I have I have Bank of America, so like at the end of the month, like it would send a certain amount and every paycheck was sending an amount. So I canceled those
Mhm.
so that I had control back over that.
Yep, and
Um,
just keep it all right now and just throw it towards debt, right?
yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
awesome.
I know right at the end yesterday, I had sent you a chat, and I think like right after I sent it, like it cut off because it was like that
Probably.
30-minute mark, and I was like,
Mhm.
oh, she won't see that.
Yeah, what was it?
Um, so I was asking about the amount that I put into savings. I have 4,000 in there. Do you
Yeah,
think that like that's a good amount?
that's great. That's a great amount. I know you said you have
Mhm.
your older child living with you, but I think that's a
Mhm.
plenty cushion because really I don't think it's going to take you long to pay this off really. Like once you start building that momentum and everything and then all of it's gone, then think about all that extra money that you're paying towards that every month is just going to be yours to go right into savings.
Yeah, because
You
he
know?
has my
And then
23-year-old has his part-time job,
yeah,
and I actually don't pay for anything for him. Like he pays
good.
for his stuff for his cat, his cell phone, like he kind of takes care of all of that on his own. So,
Good. That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. But yeah, no, that's a great cushion. That's a great cushion. That's the one thing
Okay.
that when you're on your own, you don't have to fight with anybody, but my husband and I had a fight about that and we really had to compromise. Like he wanted nothing more than like nothing less than like 8,000, I think, because he was just so anxious about like something were to happen. And I was like, okay, I get it. But then towards the end, when we got closer to paying off our debt, we actually used that last amount and brought it down to like 2,000, I think, and just threw
Hmm.
it all at the end so we could pay it off quicker. And then we
Hmm.
had the sale of our house, and then he got a bonus from work. Like we knew all this other money was coming in and it went right back up like right after that. So we used it to just pay off quicker. So you can always change it later on down the road too. It doesn't have to be like set. Like if you want to like lessen it a little bit, that's totally fine.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
did it a few years ago. Like I got back like a big income tax return, and I was like, I'm gonna pay off my car 2 years
Yep.
early. It's fine. No,
There you
I don't
go.
want it.
There you go.
So,
That's awesome. I love that. I love that. I know it's hard when you
mhm.
get like pieces of money that like that and you're like, "Oh, I wish I could do something for myself," and things like that. You're like, "But I did
Yeah.
purchase that car before and it's still something that needs to be paid off
Exactly.
and the interest and stuff, you know." Man, that interest adds up real quick, real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Awesome. Well, yay. Tonight was a short night. Tomorrow will be a little bit longer because it's fun. I'm doing some things with selling all these things on Facebook Marketplace right now. So I'm excited to share that with you. And I will see you tomorrow at 5.
All right.
Okay. All right. Have a good night. Okay.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.